Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Bash and welcome to my fashion channel. Today we have the honor to have the most incredible fashion designer ever, a really good friend of mine, Sheri Bodell.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Sheri is an incredible fashion designer. She has an impeccable reputation with designing the most beautiful garments, dresses, clothing, accessories, you name it, Sheri has done it, and she is just a powerhouse artist. It's such a privilege to be able to interview you for this because all the fashionistas out there really want to get an inside view of how we succeeded in our dreams, basically. I want you to be able to elaborate and give us details about how you never gave up and how you were able to succeed in all of your passions and all of your dreams. So when I was 18 years old, I started working for one of the most famous boutiques in the entire world, and I became an assistant women's buyer there, and we used to carry Sheri Bodell's incredible dresses. And that's how I found out who Sheri was. We would sell out of these dresses like crazy. They were not cheap. They were, compared to other things, they were expensive, but they were expensive because of the details and the ornate, beautiful things that were created on these dresses, the materials, the amazing beadwork, just the designs in general. And a lot of our customers gravitated towards that because they decided they wanted quality over quantity. And you know, there's a price to pay for that. I always say that details make ordinary into extraordinary. And that is what really set you apart. So I never knew you at that time personally, but I always looked up to you because you were such a successful line that we did carry, and the store was extremely influential in celebrity culture. But she has designed for the most incredible, high-profile, most photographed, most talented people in the entire world. I know Beyonce, Sharon Stone, Miley Cyrus.
Try not to name drop.
No, we could definitely name drop. That's what the fashion industry is all about.
Right. Yeah, I don't really look at the names who I dress because to me, I just love creating beautiful pieces. So I don't like look at it as, oh my God, I'm dressing this person or I dress that person. I'm just grateful that I can make a woman feel beautiful, and that I'm able to find clothing that they want to keep in their closet so they don't want to throw it away. I always felt like it was an investment to buy a piece of my clothing, and I'm not a big brand. I wasn't a big brand when I started my company, and I always feel like I was kind of like competing against them.
Well, you know, fashion is a competition.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we're all artists to a certain degree. Not everyone is doing it for the art. A lot of people are just doing it to make their margins and make their money. Yeah. But I'll be honest, celebrity culture and celebrities wearing our garments have a lot to do with it. I don't think I would have been able to get as ahead as I did if I didn't design for the plethora of the celebrities, socialites, heiresses, and royalty that I did. So celebrities are very important. When I created art, just like you said, we are basically coming up with a image in our dreams, in our brain, and when you see that executed on a woman, and then when you see a woman actually take it seriously and say, I want to wear that garment, isn't it such an honor?
Yes, it is. And I'm just grateful to be able to have done this as long as I have. I feel like when my career started, I didn't really do what other designers were doing. I definitely did my own look, you know, and
so did I.
And everyone's like, you could be making so much money if you made something more, you know, wearable.
But that's why I always said I'm not gonna. I always said I'm not gonna copy something I see at Forever 21. I'm gonna make something that no one else has seen before.
Yeah. This is kind of how my career started. I was, I don't know, 18 years old. I was a salesperson on the floor at Nordstrom in Brass One, which is the young, trendy junior department.
BP.
Yeah. And worked my way up very quickly to a manager, you know, and then I became a buyer. Within a year, I was a buyer. I was 19 years old. I was a Nordstrom buyer. Just being in the industry at such a young age, and just feeling like there's more that I can do. But that experience to me was everything I needed to, when you started designing, when I wanted to start doing my collection later on, that experience helped me tremendously.
It helped me tremendously too. I got to see what the customer gravitated to.
Yeah.
It's so funny how our paths at the same ages too, you know?
You know, I got Nordstrom, my first big order after going off on my own, and that helped me to finance my company, one big order from one big customer, because I had connections, you know, I knew all the buyers.
That you made happen on your own.
Yes, I just went on my own, I put a line together, and I just went with everything I had to New York, and I put a line together and had my appointment, and I walked out with like $1 million order. And so that was it. I was like, here we go.
So right now, Sheri is designing a luxe collection for a high-end online retailer. And tell us how that experience has been.
It's been a breath of fresh air. Having the opportunity to reach the kind of outreach that we have, our customers, we have a very large base. It's been very rewarding to be able to create for such a larger audience of people. And more affordably as well, because my line was very expensive. It was known for my jackets at one point.
They were heavy.
Yeah. Everything was very heavy.
It was very heavy. So, I mean, everyone in Beverly Hills knows who Sheri Bodell is. Just to let you know, what Sheri is wearing now is something that she designed, and it's just adorned with these beautiful rhinestones. Look how unbelievably detailed and stunning this is. It is just a masterpiece.
And I love intricate pieces that are a piece of art and jewelry, and then a pair of structured jackets.
Oh, the blazers are so in right now for women. Oh my god.
And this little spin is the detail on the blazer.
Oh, see, like I said, details make ordinary into extraordinary. I say that in almost all my videos because it is so true.
Yep.
And when you're paying for something beautiful, the details really are art.
Yes, and it's what sets everything apart. And it rhymes.
Can't say it better than that.
I first started doing LA Fashion Week when
Smashbox Studios?
Yes. When I started doing my shows there, you know, that was more like of a social thing to do in LA.
Iconic.
Yeah, you want to be part of the community that you're in and support where you are.
But Smashbox Studios back then, doing Fashion Week there, is nothing like it is now. It was very elite.
Yeah. And I have lots of funny stories about my shows. I mean, I could write a book about my fashion shows. Such a good time in my life. I will always treasure those days. It was meant to be. I was meant to do this.
I don't believe it was meant to be. It was only meant to be because you put in every single blood, sweat, and tear into it to make it happen.
Yeah.
Like me, I had to learn the industry from the bottom up.
Me too.
And it's not like we had Google back in the day where it's like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, what to do. What is your definition of style?
There's not a label involved. Having great pieces that you know how to put together. And it doesn't have to be expensive pieces. Some of my best looks I have are from inexpensive stores. And I mix it up, and I'm like, I'm not trying to outdo anybody. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to look like I'm rich. And I think that's very tacky. I feel like
so tacky.
Yes. And I just feel like, you know, there's so many stylish people out there that have great style that have no money, and that's kind of where I feel comfortable, because those are the people that I want to be dressing. I don't want snobs.
People that were born with taste.
Yeah, it's all about taste.
And taste is something you're born with. It's not something you can learn.
Absolutely.
Sheri, it's always an honor just to be in your presence. You've always been an inspiration to me, and I'm so glad we're so close now.
Thank you.
And congratulations on all your success.
And thank you for supporting me when I didn't even know who you were.
Of course, I'm a fan. I was a fan.
I love it. And you used to dress people in my clothing.
I did.
You brought me some of my big customers.
Yes, I will add real fast. My friend Jessica the other day, she was talking about a party that she was going to, and she goes, I'm looking for this specific dress. I loved it. It made me feel so beautiful. It's in a garment bag. I said, who designed it? She goes, Sheri Bodell. And I go, are you kidding me? I said, Sheri's one of my dear friends. I said, send me the picture of the dress right now of you wearing it. And then I sent it to Sheri.
Yes.
So we're not just talking out of our asses here. Sheri, I love you.
I love you. Thanks
Thank
for
you for
having me.
joining the Jonathan
Thank
Bash.
you.
I can't wait for you guys to see everything else that Sheri has to offer to the world.